Have you ever heard of the HEUER car? Well, you probably haven't, because I've only just heard about it myself. But the HEUER sponsored a Mark I Escort, a rally car, in the early 1970s. And we're going to show you a pair of Heuer timers. There they are, from the HEUER car. They're on the market, but how much do you think they're worth? And by the way, that's Keith Moon. He's dressed as a bear. Here we go. Good luck. This is the final episode in this series of Watch the Watch. I wonder whether we're going to change the name for the next one. I don't know. I think it seems to be working. Okay.
Watch the timers today.
Well, exactly. Now, sorry, I'll do that again. I was going to call you Simon for some reason.
We didn't drink any wine.
We didn't have any wine at all at lunchtime. Anyway, this is Watch the Watch, and this is episode 6, the final in this series of Watch the Watch. I think we might do some more, you never know. Now, you know Jonathan by now, and you know he's a massive fan of Heuer, but what on earth are we looking at here?
What on earth indeed. I actually do very well with timers,
Yeah.
because classic cars, historic classic cars, need to have Heuer timers.
And that's what they are, for rally cars?
Yeah, from 1968 these were made and used extensively in rally cars.
Right.
Recently featured on the Antiques Roadshow, which was exciting.
Ah, right.
Yeah, they had some that had been used in a 1970s RAC rally.
Okay.
So it gave it provenance, which was really nice. And that's almost, I've never had provenance with anything
Yeah.
until that show. And then I get an email and it said, would you be interested in the cars from the HEUER car? And I'm thinking...
Hang on. So you were watching the Antiques Roadshow. Somebody else was watching the Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah.
And so they've got these, and
Yes.
then they start searching online for Heuer
Yeah, vintage Heuer.
experts or
vintage
dealers,
Heuer.
and you get the call.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Antiques Roadshow. Excellent. Now, don't forget, we forgot to mention, we should know by now, bear in mind this is episode 6, that this is a valuation quiz. So you've got to put your valuation on these things.
If you were watching the roadshow, then you'll know exactly, but never mind.
Exactly. If you watch the Antiques Roadshow, yeah, you'll know. So we're not going to tell you how much the Antiques Roadshow said, but the guy that was watching the roadshow called Jonathan to say, I've just watched the roadshow and I've got these Heuer timers. You get excited because you do get excited about these things.
Yes, but I didn't know what the HEUER car was. Would you know
What
if
is the
somebody
HEUER
says it's the HEUER car? So I had to go back and say, what's the HEUER car? And it's like, oh, well, I drove the Ford Escort that was sponsored by the WHO in 1972, as they do.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they were the soundtrack for a couple of films, and obviously very keen into rallying, or cars and speed and everything, as you can imagine, with Keith Moon. So we delved a little bit more, and he told me the extract in the book from when they had the press conference to launch this car.
Right.
Keith Moon came dressed as a bear for no reason whatsoever, led on by chain. Pete Townsend was sat on the bonnet. We've got photographs of Pete Townsend drinking champagne on the bonnet. Just completely is what it is. And so these two guys with the driver and co-driver, and if you can see, I don't know why, in this picture he's wearing a suit. The other guy's got a cigarette going there.
That's just
it's
so
a 70s image, isn't it?
Well, it is the Sweeney, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is,
If you're old
absolutely.
enough to remember the Sweeney, these guys look like the straight out the Sweeney. So was it one of these characters that got in touch with you?
Yes, he's the driver.
No.
Yeah, so when the car's been moved on, is obviously these things have always had a value. They're very, very good.
Yeah.
People use them for, there's an 8-day clock on there, so you can just use it as a regular clock. But they look great. If you see a classic car with a pair of Heuer timers, they look fabulous.
Yeah.
And we sell a lot of them.
Because we've talked about Heuer before and their connection with all sorts of motor racing.
Yeah.
So this is their heyday, early 70s, isn't it, with motor racing?
Yeah, they'd gone beyond that, from the turn of the century. The first timers for motor racing were by Heuer.
Right.
So it's gone right through, and they've just perfected.
Okay.
And these were seen as probably the most efficient that they made.
So these were really in the HEUER car.
These were in the HEUER car.
That is amazing.
Keith Moon was taken round in it. He drove him round in it. He said he absolutely loved it and wanted them to get a second car so he could drive it, but that was never going to happen. So yeah, he may have banged his knee on there. There's a little scratch, but they've come from there, and we've got the provenance here. We've also got the book with the press conference in it, which is bizarre.
I mean, I've got to say, I find it hard to get my head around these because this is, from the world of watch collecting, this is a very specialist part of that specialist world.
You're crossing over into the classic car market, really.
Ah, now that's interesting. Now this might help you value these things in actual fact, because we've spoken about this many times before. The classic car guys love watches and vice versa.
Very much Porsche as well. There's a big Porsche and Heuer connection.
Okay.
So you can see these in a lot of vintage 911s,
Okay.
and they look just fabulous.
Or a guy that owns a brand new 911 for 120 grand, he'll have them on his desk at home.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that does happen quite a bit.
So this is helping you. If you watch the Antiques Roadshow, I think they put a similar valuation on to you.
Yes, we have to be sort of, in a way, led by that.
Yes,
so
yes, yes. But how much do you think they're worth? Would you buy them? Let me know. I mean, watches are watches, but timers for classic car rally cars are a bit different. Tell me, would you buy these things, and how much would you pay for them? Put your answers down below. And Jonathan will reveal, get this, how much are they worth?
Just put them on the website, they're 5,950.
£6,000.
Which Roadshow said 46,000.
Bang on.
And he was right with provenance.
Okay.
Without provenance, 2.5 to 3.5 probably.
Well, and we've spoken about that before. Provenance
Yes.
is everything. And
Yeah.
you've got the driver to sign the
Yes, and we have the book with the picture of the Who sat on the bonnet and everything.
Oh,
so it's a full package. It's fantastic.
Fantastic. So 6,000 quid. Let me know, how did you do? I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, I'm David Harper. Cheerio.
Jonathan Scatchard, thank you very much and goodbye.
Bye-bye.